My name is Mara. I I am a 24-year-old woman who was diagnosed with a type of cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma. And the reason why I'm talking about this now is because I've been needing to make like an audio log of my experience, but the thing is, so I never really made an audio log before, and I don't know where to place it or put it. I might just put this up on YouTube just because, but I don't even know what I'm gonna do from here. But I just wish to talk a little bit more about myself because I've been going through so much throughout the past 2 to 3 years before and after I was diagnosed with cancer. Now, to begin with, well, to be honest, just I won't get too much into detail, but all I can really say is that I've been dealing with so much ever since I've been diagnosed with this cancer, and even before then, when I was dealing with so much of like abnormal bleeding because what I thought was supposed to be like a period just did not end, and it never ended. And for months, even a year or two, it's like I could not deal with this because it was giving me so much pain, it gave me so much suffering, and it stopped me from doing things that I love. Then the surgeries happened, and the hospital visits. Well, no, the hospital visits did came first before the surgeries, but before I got my surgery, I visited many hospitals that could not even diagnose, could not even tell what's going on. Then they just dismissed me, and sometimes they even dismiss me when I had like low blood, like low hemoglobin levels. It's like that's what kind of pisses me off with some hospitals, to be honest. But whatever. That's the thing that happened. And then now I get diagnosed with this cancer after like a surgery, after a major surgery back in 2017. Last year was it? I think yeah, it was last year because, well, to be honest, I've been losing track of time ever since I started chemo and all this, and so when all this started, I just gave up on time, gave up on the dates. I think it feels like one huge blur, but ever since, like I'm just still getting into the 2018, I'm still getting into the year, and like it feels so abnormal because this is just like what am I dealing with at this point? Because at first they say it's rhabdomyosarcoma. You know what? No, I'm just gonna take it slow. Yes, I got hysterectomy around 2017. I got two major surgeries to take out a major tumor that killed my uterus and ended my bleeding. And they diagnosed me with a type of cancer called rhabdomyosarcoma. But because of some issues with the hospital and the treatment that I couldn't get from there, I was forced to change over to the local, like to the state cancer center, and it's like it's like a big deal. It's a big cancer center. It has many things to it, like that. What a hospital, any other hospital has, CTs, radiation. Well, like sorry, like X-rays, things like that. Just basic things and more, maybe even. And I love this hospital. Well, it's been treating me right so far, though I had some history of it before when another family member of mine was diagnosed with cancer and they passed away too. But that was years ago when I was just a child, and things just happen, and things still don't do happen. It's like you don't think you'll be in the same situation as they were, but then you look at yourself, like when I look at myself now, 24 years old, like basically 10, 11 years later, that now I'm no, it's not even 10 or 11. It feels like, I don't know, it's less than that, I think. I don't know anymore. I don't remember. But it has been at least several years since their passing. Like, feels like a lot, to be honest. And when I look at my current situation and compared to others who had suffered with cancer, it feels like that. Did I have a lucky shot here? Am I the lucky one? Am I gonna be the survivor? Because I've lost many people to this cancer, and people have recently died too because of it. And I've been hearing stories of people who got diagnosed with cancer and they've died too. But there's always the story about people dying. Not always. I never hear. I don't really always hear. I don't often hear about the survivors, but I do have family members who always come to support me, and there are survivors in my family too, even distant families are not exactly that. I'm not exactly related by blood, but I am related to somehow, because of my relationship to certain other family members. It's like, it's crazy, it's wild. Anyways, it's just, I want to be a survivor. I want to come out of this alive. So after my six month treatment of chemotherapy, which I have been, since I'm already done with chemotherapy anyways. My last treatment was back in May 9th, and I hope I don't have to deal with that ever again. If not, for a long time, because I feel like if I do it, to be honest, if they give me treatment, it'll be too soon, even if it's just, years down the line. But, after that, though, from some, because of the reports from the hospital that out at the surgery and the hospital that they did the biopsy, which is in the States, there have been some reports that it may not even be rhabdomyosarcoma, but it is a spindle cell type of cancer, and they don't even know what's going on. They don't know what happened, and they're getting reports from the other hospital, and they're fighting for the reports too, because the other hospital did not give them. All I can say is that they were having a hard time with the hospital getting the documents, the papers, the surgical stuff, and things like that. They had a hard time getting them, but they even said that they called every day to get those information, and I couldn't do anything about it. When I spoke to one of the doctors, if I could do something about it, if I could go to the hospital myself, they just said that I couldn't, because they won't approve or something. I forgot what it was, but they just won't do it. They just won't do it even if I go there. I'm like, what? And I guess it's proven true, because even the doctors and nurses themselves have been getting a hard time, like have been dealing with this, and have been going through a hard time dealing with the situation where it's like they couldn't always get the papers and the files of the surgical things. It's like, it surprised me to hear that. And I'm like, this is a cancer center where I'm getting my treatment. Why isn't the hospital giving them the papers? And that upsets me more than being in debt with the other hospital, because I don't have the money to pay off my debts, and I'm okay with that. I live in America. I'm kind of screwed over anyways. It's like, what the fuck, man? Also, not to mention, I haven't got my GED yet, because I dropped out of like middle school, high school, and like I'm still dealing with that. But the thing is, though, that stopped too because of my treatment and my cancer. It stopped multiple times because of past situations of similar cancer motion, moments. It's like cancer related moments, like, and every day I've been hearing of it plaguing people, plaguing family members, of plaguing just innocent people that don't deserve it, children. And it's like, it was such a major loss when somebody died that I wasn't close to, but I knew through another family member that was taking care of them. When I heard of their passing, it was a child, and it's like, she was so young. That hurts me. And when I hear even more stories of other people passing, it was like, oh, it hurts me. Like, it's what even like doesn't just hurt me, it puts me into anxiety. It's what sends my anxiety flaring, and that's why I always said, that's why I'm glad that the cancer center that I'm going through, they provide me with a psychologist and a psychiatrist and a psychologist and psychiatrist, and I've been getting medicine to treat with my disorders, my mental disorders. I don't know exactly what kind of disorders I have exactly. All I know is that I have like terrible anxiety, and I might also have depression, and I'm also having, I think I might have insomnia, but I haven't really been told that, right? But I think I do, because I just been having sleep issues, and even now I cannot even sleep. But I think it's just because I've been having a lot on my mind, and I wish to document this to clear my mind and to clear up everything I have on my mind. It's difficult, to be honest. It's very, very difficult, but despite everything despite the losses, I've seen survivors. I've heard about the survivors, and I'm like, I want to be a survivor. I want to live through this difficult situation where I find myself in, and get to the radiation. Since I'm already done with the chemo, just get to the radiation. Just get it over with. Let me be free of this cancer. Let me be like free of whatever cells I have left in my body. because the CT scans are clear. Though I haven't gotten a PET scan in a while yet, and I think it's what matters the most, isn't it? Like, isn't that what matters? Though they said that they haven't found anything, I'm gonna keep up to my faith that yes, sir, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be just fine. I have gotten my energy back since my last chemo, which was again in May 9th, which was several weeks back, a few weeks back, I don't know. And I'm still going strong. I'm still alive, and I wish to continue to be alive. And though I don't really like to bring up religious things and politics into like subjects, and I don't like to never really talk about them because it's always been the number one argument in my family and my mother. And it's just like my mother's through a lot too. But I hope to God that everything will be alright. I pray to God that everything will be alright. I pray to God for a long life. I pray that I'll be stronger than ever. Like, I'll be strong to this, that I'll be strong that I can live for another like 20 or so years. And it's like, I don't know, live up to my 50s. I don't know. 60s sound good too, but it's like, I feel like if I get any older than that, I might just not be this, I don't know, it might be a little more difficult. It might be difficult for me to go through. It might be difficult for me to deal with. It's a lot to deal with, you know? Well, I don't know what's gonna happen down the line, but all I can really focus on is the now. And now, well, tomorrow really. I'm starting from today, I guess. It'll be that. So I'll be going on vacation because I needed this vacation. I need a break from my situation. I need a break, and I need some positivity. And I'm not to say that there's not positivity. It's just my mind likes to play tricks on me. My depression, my mind, mostly my mind, anxiety. It's always anxiety. It's the PTSD. It's everything that my mind has so far. Like, it doesn't. I don't like. While I want to believe in myself, I don't truly believe in myself. And because of that, I hate all the negative thoughts I've been having. I've been having so many stressful, anxious moments. I've been having restless moments. I've been having moments where everything just is not clear. I begin to like second guess myself, begin to think about myself. Who am I? What can I do? What could I do? How can I get through this? Is there an easier way to do this? It's like, well, no, there's no easier way to do this because, again, cancer, treatment, hospital visits, risk of fevers, and a lot more risks. And to be honest, it's just a pain in the ass. More than anything, really. Frustrating, really. It feels like I just have no control of my life, and the truth, I guess I just really don't. At least not at the moment, because for this brief moment of respite, this brief moment of breathing, of no chemo, before the radiation, I can take a moment to recover. At least my hair is growing back. That's a plus. It's hilarious, really. I was bald. I never thought I'd be bald. But it's an experience. My head is smooth. What the hell am I talking about? Anyways, it's weird. And that's the only thing I can really say. That's weird. But looking back on it now, it's crazy. I don't know. It's all I can really say. It's crazy. And I want to live. I want to survive. I want to be a survivor that I'll be able to mark this, like, I can be able to mark my moments more. I can look back on this and say that this was just a nightmare. An insufferable nightmare that felt so unreal. And this is how it is. And to be honest, I just don't know what to do. I used to write, but my mind is now, it feels muddled. It feels like, because of the chemo, my mind is it's not the same way it was before. I'm not the same person as I was before. I don't even know who I am now, and I've been having some existential crisis recently. Though I've been sorting myself out through video games and stuff, and in the end, I guess the only way that I can describe myself is just a human being that's gonna go through so much, and that's already going through so much in her life, and it's still just only 24. It's like, and my birthday is going to be later this year, and it's like, it's always late in the year. It's like, I'm going to be 25, which is like, what, a quarter of 100, you know? I'm going to be like half of 50. It's like, that's wild, man. Eventually, who knows? I might be a half 100, which I pray to God that yes, I will live far longer than that. I will live as long as I can possibly, if I just, if I can get through this difficult situation. And my ass is just basically tired because I haven't slept at all. I don't know what time it is now. What time is it now? Wow, it's like in the afternoon. Fuck. I haven't slept all night. I should probably get to sleep. But again, it's like my restless thoughts. I've been going through so much. Shit, really. To be honest, even as an adult, I don't know what to do. I don't think that being 20 is when you solved all your issues. I think being 20 is when you truly like sort of get into being a teenager. Then you go into like a true adult mode, which is in your 30s. And but the thing is, though, it doesn't always work out for everybody. I've seen that people in their 30s suffer through a lot still. It's like they don't always have the motivation because they get depression, they get anxiety, they suffer a lot because of things, because of reasons. And I cannot fix that, but I wish them the best. And I love them so much because the people that know that stuff the most is the people that I'm close to. And it's like those people are so important to me because they're a big deal in my life. And even my mother, like I feel sorry for her too because she's seeing her own child suffer from this. It's like I don't want to see her be sad. And when I cry, she cries. It's like yada. And I love everybody. I really do. And I pray to God that I'll have a safe trip this upcoming week. I'm not going to anywhere special. I just need a break. A break from the chemo. Well, no, I don't. I'm already done with chemo. I just need a break from this reality that I live in. The break from the hospital visits, the constant hospital visits, the appointments, the doctors, the nurses, the feeling of despair and agony. No, that's being over dramatic. But the feeling of anxiety, that's one thing. That's one I cannot get rid of. But again, I have help. I have pills for this. I have antidepressants. I have anti-anxiety. I'm taking it slow. I'm taking it easy. I'm playing games. I'm in no hurry to live my life. I never really was in a hurry to live my life. Even as a teenager, I never really was in a hurry. All I wanted to do was live. Because, after losing your father to cancer, it's like, what the fuck, man, Then when you get into the situation with, like, you're diagnosed with cancer, it's like, what the fuck, man, What the fuck? There's nothing I can do about it. It's like, what power do I have? I wanted my GD, can't get my GD yet. I'm so close to it, though. Smarter than I think. I don't know, I really gotta, like, test myself again. I gotta learn. I gotta relearn math, especially because I suck at math. And there's a lot of things I gotta do, There's a lot of things I gotta focus on, but most importantly, I gotta focus on my health. And I think I gotta put myself forward first and put my health first. And it's like, yeah, I think I can get through this. But again, I guess I've been talking to myself all this time in multiple recordings. This is the first recording I'm gonna put up because in truth, I've been trying to re-record this many times because I've been testing out many things, and in all honesty, I don't know how this is going to come out. But to be honest, how do we all, like, without practice and experience, how exactly, like, do we all know what's going to happen? Do we all know what the result is going to be like without the experience, without knowing your past mistakes, your failures, and everything else? Well, I don't think we all know. But to be honest, I think that's why I prefer to keep my head up. Because who knows? I think life is exciting. It's a bit BS, but it's exciting. And it's weird. But it's life. And I guess this will be it now. Who knows what else I got in store for the future? Who knows what I'm going to talk about in the future? All I really want to do was vent. I want to vent out my, anxiety because I can't sleep and I need to sleep soon. And I had this in my mind for weeks now because who knows if I'm gonna have like a free time again for me to talk about this. It's like, whatever. I did talk about this with my family, That's a very difficult subject to talk about sometimes. It's like we all drive each other crazy. And it's like, ugh, you know. Anyways, until next time, please take it easy and please take things slow. Hope your life is good and I hope that everything's good. And just take it easy, take it slow, and keep going. Just do it.